Financial Advisors Index is a measure of consumer confidence. So we're trying to measure whether Canadians and advisors are optimistic or pessimistic about the economy and the future for Canadians. The roots for the genesis for the Financial Advisor Index was a collaboration that we had with Advocis back in 2013. We were working with them on a household finance academic research project. And in working through that, one of the natural outcomes that Advocis threw at us was, what would it take to have a consumer confidence index that was unique to the advisor community, and what could we do to make that happen? The FAI covers two data sets, if you will. There's two versions of the survey. In the short form, we ask generally two questions. Are you optimistic about the future and where it's going? And then in our longer form survey, we ask advisors their perception of the threats in front of Canadians, what's preventing them from achieving their dreams. We ask them for their thoughts on where interest rates are going, the kind of returns you can get from the marketplace today. We ask them about where Canadians are putting their money. Are they de-risking, adding to portfolios? Are they going into Canadian equities or global? Those kind of questions. And then we combine all of those two data sets to come up with the index, which gives us an indication of whether optimism is growing or if it's declining and there's a sense of pessimism. The FAI is important to advisors because it's a unique voice for the advisor community. It's the only index of its kind that's out there that talks to how advisors perceive what's happening, if there's optimism or pessimism in the general marketplace. So it's a unique voice that reflects the world that advisors are in every day and offers them the opportunity to put that in the context of their practices. The evolution of FAI, probably twofold. We'd like to get more and more members involved in filling out these surveys. The more people we have engaged in participating in the survey, the more confidence we have in the data. So that's number one, get more people involved. And then number two, being able to take the insights we're now starting to learn and apply those in the real world. So how do we use the insights from the data and apply those to advisors' practices? We're starting to accumulate a pretty rich data set, and so that's allowing us to start to do some more research. It allows us to provide more practical, street level, if you will, insights as to what advisors are seeing and how consumers behave. But in addition, we now have a data set that's rich enough probably for academic research. And so we're trying to now take some of that data and correlate it to other things that we see going on in society. An example would be volatility. So we've noticed there's a very strong correlation between the index and volatility in the marketplace. And what we're seeing is that optimism grows as volatility goes down. So as markets and news are more stable, advisors and Canadians become much more confident about the future and where we're going. And the opposite is true as well. So exploring where that can take us and how we react to that and how we can use that to talk to Canadians in furtherance of their hopes and dreams is something we want to explore in the near future. In January 2018, we're at a very interesting inflection point. Coming out of 2013, there was a general sense of optimism. That very quickly turned into an extended period of pessimism where advisors were telling us they weren't very certain about where the economy was going and the impact on their clients. That turned around last fall. So October 2017, there was a new spurt of confidence in the economy, and we rode that right up until about December. And in the last month or so, we've entered a period of neutrality. It's kind of plateaued, and we're not sure what the index is telling us right now. I think there's a diversity of opinion right now amongst advisors as to whether the records that we're setting in the markets, for example, will continue, or if history says there needs to be a correction. or if there's some political risk out there right now. So it's very interesting to look at the index, and we'll be very interested to see whether the trend goes up or down in the next couple of months.